In this guide, what frontchannellogout is trying to solve in OpenID Connect, how the browser and hidden iframes propagate logout to every relying party, what the actual request looks like with issuer and session identifiers, why third-party cookie blocking makes the mechanism unreliable, and where frontchannel still fits in a modern deployment. Identity Expert, powering you to be an expert in identity. Frontchannellogout is OpenID Connect's browser-side answer to a hard problem. A user signs out at the OpenID provider, but a dozen relying parties still have their own local sessions. The OpenID provider cannot reach into those applications directly, so it asks the browser to help. It renders a page with one hidden iframe per relying party. Each iframe loads that relying party's registered logout URL. If the browser sends the right cookies, each relying party can clear its session. If the browser does not, the logout looks successful but is not. Frontchannellogout like a building manager pulling a fire alarm and hoping every office hears it and reacts correctly. The signal is broadcast through a shared physical channel, but the manager does not get a trusted confirmation from every office. Some doors are closed, some speakers are broken, and some rooms are using headphones. That is the weakness of frontchannellogout. The browser is the shared hallway, but the applications do not acknowledge the result in a cryptographically reliable way. OpenID Connect login creates separate sessions at the provider and at each relying party. Clearing the provider session alone does not clear the relying party sessions. Frontchannellogout tries to fix that without requiring each application to expose a server-to-server endpoint. That sounds attractive, especially for browser-heavy clients, but it depends on third-party browser context. If the relying party cannot see its own cookie inside the iframe request, it cannot know which session to terminate. The protocol still fired. The result still failed. The flow has 4 steps. Step 1. A logout event occurs at the OpenID provider, often after an RP-initiated logout redirect. Step 2. The OpenID provider builds a logout page containing one hidden iframe for each relying party that participated in the session. Step 3. Each iframe points at that relying party's frontchannellogout URI and may include is and SID query parameters so the relying party can identify the issuer and session. Step 4. The relying party endpoint receives the request through the browser, reads the relevant session cookie if available, and clears the local session. The provider assumes success because the browser loaded the page, not because the relying party proved completion. On the wire, frontchannellogout is simple. The OpenID provider renders an iframe whose source might look like frontchannellogout URI is equals the provider issuer and SID equals the session identifier. The browser performs a get to that URL. If the relying party registered frontchannellogout session required is true, it expects the SID and uses it to find the matching local session. The key hidden dependency is the browser cookie. Without that cookie, the relying party may see the logout URL, but still not know which local session to destroy. 3 risks dominate frontchannellogout. First, third-party cookie blocking or storage partitioning can make every iframe request useless while still looking clean from the user's point of view. Second, iframe blocking by privacy tools or CSP rules can prevent the logout URL from ever loading. Third, there is no strong acknowledgement model, so operators may not notice that relying parties are staying logged in. The biggest risk is silent failure. Frontchannel often fails quietly, which makes it operationally deceptive. Frontchannellogout is increasingly treated as supplementary rather than authoritative. Modern browsers keep tightening cross-site cookie and iframe behavior, and high-assurance deployments prefer back-channellogout for reliability. Frontchannel can still add value for browser-only applications or as a best-effort hint layered on top of stronger logout controls. But the direction is obvious. Browser privacy is rising, and iframe-based logout is losing trust as the primary mechanism. The main references for this guide are OpenID Connect frontchannellogout 1.0, OpenID Connect RP-initiated logout 1.0, OpenID Connect Core 1.0, and browser privacy guidance around third-party cookie restrictions. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Identity Expert for more deep dives into OIDC sessions, logout, and real-world browser security trade-offs.